Hello everyone, so welcome back to my channel. So on today's tutorial I'll be learning how to make a mermaid skirt. So I'm going to be using this small fiber to illustrate because the main material is long and it won't be really visible and clear if I'm explaining with that. So I'm going to be using this to explain. Then I'll assume this is the material, and I'll also assume this is the full length of the material, the size and everything. So that's what we're going to do, so you can get a better understanding of this. So the measurement you need for a mermaid dress is just basically the waistline, the hip measurements, and the full length of the dress. Those are the basic measurements you'll be getting from the client: your waist measurement, your hip measurement, then the full length of the skirt, of how you want it to be. So first thing to do, same thing. If you have a knowledge of how to create a skirt, then this won't be too hard. So this is the material, and this will be the starting point. So this will be the starting point of the skirt, we just assume. So first is to get your vertical lines. To get your vertical lines, to place it from the beginning of the tape. So from the waist to the hip line is 8 inches. Then from the waist to the new line of this client is 18 inches. Then the full length of the skirt, like I said, is 43 inches. So you label so you don't make mistake: waist, hip, and the new line. Then this is the full length of the skirt. So I folded it using the hip measurement of the client. Then I added 10 inches extra to it, so I can get that full mermaid shape tail. So the first thing to do is to get your waist measurement. The waist measurement of this client is 35 divided by 4. That will give us 8.5. So you mark your 8.5. Assume this is 8.5. You mark it. Then you add your sewing allowance and also your dart. So 2 inches will clear it up. So I'm adding 2 inches. So that will be 10.5. Let's use 10.5. You add your waist allowance. So your dart and your sewing allowance to it. Then the next thing to do is to get your hip measurement. The hip of this client is 41. 41 divided by 2 will give us 10.5. Let me just see. Yeah, 10.5. Then you mark your 10.5. Then you add your sewing allowance and your darts to it. So 13, let me say 12.5. That's sewing the hip measurements. Then you go to the nail. What you got at the nail for your hip measurements, you place it at the nail, but you minus 1.5 from it. So when I minus 1.5 from it, that will give you that will be the measurements you place on the nail line measurements. So 10. So at the full length of the skirt here, the same thing you would do. The hip measurements, take your hip measurements. The hip measurement we got was 12. Place your 12. After placing your 12, you add, depends on how shapy you want it to be. You can use the minimum you can use is 5. That will give you that shapy look, and the maximum doesn't have a maximum. You can add up to 10, 20. For me, I'll be adding 10 because I want it to be I want the mermaid shape to come out very well, so I'll add 10 to it. Then now is to connect the lines. So from the waistline you connect it to the hip line. From the hip line you take it to the nail line. Then from the nail line it goes down to the end line. Then make sure you remove any sharp edges so you don't have problem when you're sewing. So this is it. So the next thing to do now is to get our nipple to nipple measurements, so we can get the dart So the nipple to nipple measurement of this client, and nipple to nipple is 8 inches. So 8 divided by 2 is going to give us 4. Then I'll be adding sewing allowance, so that will be 4.5. That will be 4.5. Mark my 4.5. Then how long you want your dart to be? I prefer my dart to be 5. So take your 5 inches. Then at this point, you take 1 inch to the right, 1 inch to the left. Then you connect to get your dart line. So this will be the dart. Then nice to shape the skirt. Go down here by 1 inches. Then connect it to the waistline. I'll give you that shapey look. Then at the end line, you come up by 2 inches just to give it that nice pointed look. Then you connect it to here. So now we can cut. So we can cut the back. So we've cut the fronts. This will be the front. So this will be the front side of the dress, of the skirt. So at this point, you know, we're adding tail to it. So it depends on how long you want the tail to be and how shapy you want the skirt to be. So for me, I want it to be long, so I'll be adding I'll be adding extra 10 inches to this. That's the front side. I'll add 10 inches to this. I'll add 10 inches for the front side. Then at the down parts, what you do to the front side, you also do the same to the down parts. So I'll also be adding 10 inches also here. 10 inches long, add 6 inches. So I'll add in 10 inches. Let me assume this is the 10 inches. Then here, this is the 10 inches mark. Then remember to leave your zipper allowance. So I'll be leaving a zipper allowance of 1 inches. Remember this fabric is folded into 2. So by the time you open it, to be 2 inches that you've left. So this will be the zipper allowance side. So remember, this is the new points. So what I did was, this is the 1 inches that 1 inch zipper allowance I left. So it will be stopping at the new points. So at this new points, I will come in a little bit by half an inch. Sorry, let me use 1/4 of an inch. So I can shape in this side, and I'll connect it to the end of the gown, of the skirt. I'll connect it to the end. Then this side, I'll shape it back to the zipper side. Then towards the ending of it, this is our end part. Remember, we left 10 inches here and 10 inches here. 10 inches at the down parts. I left 10 inches at the down parts and 10 inches also at the side parts where the zipper allowance is. So at this point, I'll connect this side straight down to here. So you can see, not much work to do, just to know. So let me take it again. At this front side, remember there will be a zip at the back. So I took out 1 inches from it after taking out my 10 inches space that I gave. So what you do to the side, you do it to the down parts. So I left 10 inches here, then I'll still do the same to leave 10 inches at the down parts. Then I'll take out 1 inches for my zipper allowance, because to have a zip at the back, this back of the skirt will have a zip, so I took out 1 inches. Then I made sure it stopped at this nail point. This is the nail point. So at the nail point, I went in a little bit by 1/4 of an inch, so I can get that shape. That's shape. When I went in by 1/4 of an inch, I connected it straight down to the skirt part, then straight up to the zipper side, so to have that shape, nice shape there, and also for you to know that this is where the zip will stop. So at the down part of it, I went down. I left also 10 inches space at the down part, the bottom part of it, which will give us that, you can see the shape of the tail has already formed. So it depends on what you want to work with. Longer tail, you add longer space or longer allowance to it. So at this tail part, from this side we came down from when we made the straight shaping at the back. This is where it stopped. Then I'll connect it straight to where this end line is. So give it that. You can make it straight or you can make it curve. I prefer to make it curve. And I'll connect it straight to this part. So that is how to get the mermaid shape. Then you can cut it out. So this is it on the main fabric. This is how the back side is going to be. So now it's for me to sew. So let's go into the sewing machine and sew it together, then see how it comes out. So this is the zipper I'll be working with, and I've added the lining to it already. So now it's for me to hold the zipper part of it. So I'll be taking 2 inches zipper allowance. I'll be taking 2 inches zipper allowance. Sew it straight down to the end. Now is to add the zip to it. So this is how it's going to turn out after sewing. So please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. See you